What does 2024 have in store for the San Francisco Giants? It's time for some way too early predictions. Welcome into another edition of the Kerry Crowley Show, talking all things Giants baseball. And today, our first predictions of the new year. We will do this again in spring training. We may even do this again on opening day, but let's get your thoughts. A bold prediction for the Giants. Drop it down below in the comments section. If you have not yet subscribed to this page, please do so. It means so much to me. Without further ado, let's get into it. First prediction, a relatively mild take here, but one that feels so obvious to me, I must start with it. Logan Webb, for the first time in his major league career, will be an all-star. He finished 11th in National League Cy Young Award voting in 2022 with a sub-3 ERA. In 2023, he finished second in National League Cy Young Award voting with over 200 innings pitched, leading the National League. This is the year, however, from start to finish, he dominates. This is the year that he gets recognized. It's past time that he is considered an all-star, and this is the year he makes his first all-star team. It's hard to believe he has not made it before, and I really do believe that Logan Webb is one of the 10 to 15 best pitchers in all of Major League Baseball, and he will be recognized as such from the outset of this season. It will be so obvious that he should be an all-star candidate that no one will let another year go by without Webb making the team. Prediction number 2 for the Giants in 2024. The Giants will hand out the biggest free agent contract in franchise history. Right now, the biggest contract in franchise history was an extension given to Buster Posey during the 2013 lead up to the season or right at the outset of the season, a $158 million extension. The biggest free agent contract in Giants history was signed by Johnny Cueto. 6 years, $130 million entering the 2016 season. Soon, the Giants will surpass that. I think that there are a number of candidates still on the board this offseason, including Blake Snell, who could command it. But remember, this is a prediction for 2024. So when the Giants head into next offseason, they will have more money to spend. They should be willing to spend it. It's imperative for ownership to understand that to put a more competitive and more compelling team on the field, you've got to lure better players to San Francisco. And to do that, you've got to dangle some big-time money. So my prediction for 2024, at some point between now, January 2nd and December 31st, the Giants will give out a contract that exceeds the one that Johnny Cueto signed way back in 2015 during the offseason, headed into the 2016 season. Prediction number 3, the Giants' top home run hitter is someone who is currently not on their 40-man roster. And what I mean by this, could be someone that they sign. It could be someone that they trade for. Matt Chapman, if the Giants sign him, he would immediately become one of their top home run threats. There's been a lot of people in the comment section on my videos saying the Giants should sign Sacramento native, Northern California guy, Rhys Hoskins, make him the first baseman. He would also immediately vault to the top of the leaderboard to lead the Giants in home runs in 2024. There are a number of players the Giants could theoretically trade for this offseason, would bring more power to the table than just about any current member of the Giants. But I'm saying by opening day, I will have a concrete prediction for this one. Right now, just not ready to commit. So it is someone who is not currently on the 40-man roster. However, I am doubtful that the Giants will snap the streak of consecutive seasons in which they did not have a 30 home run hitter. That dates back to Barry Bonds' tenure in San Francisco. Prediction number 4, Jung Ho Lee will hit 300 in his rookie season at the major league level. If you've watched the Kerry Crowley Show before, you know that I am probably more optimistic about Jung Ho Lee than most people about his ability to translate his success from the KBO to Major League Baseball. It's viewed as AA, AAA quality pitching that he's facing over in the KBO, but I really do believe that he has elite contact skills. He's still young, 24, 25 years old, has the ability to make adjustments, and I am bullish that he will make those changes and translate the success that he had getting on base in the KBO to San Francisco, where he's looking forward to playing in a vast outfield where, you drop one in Triples Alley, you could be running for a while. And no, Jung Ho Lee does not possess the power to probably lead the Giants in home runs, but I do think that he will have an opportunity to hit 300. And I think that even if he starts out cold in April and May, by the time the summer comes around, Jung Ho Lee will be fully adjusted, and he will be setting the tone for the Giants atop the order. Prediction number 5, headed into 2024, Marco Luciano. While I think that he has an incredibly bright future at the Major League level, and he will end the 2024 season as the Giants' everyday shortstop, I'm predicting that he is not the opening day shortstop when things get started this year. I'm saying that Marco Luciano, with 39 major league bats under his belt, while he will have a pathway to winning a job in spring training, the Giants may want to send him back to AAA for more seasoning. What does that mean for the shortstop position? Could it be Casey Schmidt? Absolutely. Could it be a minor league free agent that they signed from the outside, a veteran with experience to just temporarily hold down the fort until Luciano's ready? I absolutely think that could be the case. And again, I still think that Luciano has great potential at the major league level. If he can stay healthy, he will end the season as the Giants' everyday shortstop. I just am predicting that he is not the opening day shortstop in these way too early 2024 predictions. Next one, number 6, Giants catchers. Patrick Bailey, Tom Murphy, Blake Sabol will combine to hit 30 or more home runs in 2024. Where's the math? How do I get there? Last season, Sabol, as a rookie, 13 home runs. Patrick Bailey, as a rookie, 7 home runs. Tom Murphy, part-time player in Seattle with the Mariners, he hit 8 home runs, and I think something like 141 at bats. So this year, I'm predicting that we see a more even distribution there, even though that's a relatively even distribution. Maybe 10, 11, and 11 across the board. I think that Sabol will spend some time at AAA this year because he is eligible to be optioned. Remember, last year after being selected in the Rule 5 draft, Sabol had to stay with the Giants at the major league level, so you may not see 13 off his bat, but I think that you will see more from Bailey. The power stroke was there at times last year. He had a walk-off home run. He had a very important 3-run shot against the Mets off David Robertson that helped the Giants win a game, I think, in late June. That was really one of the signature moments of Bailey's rookie season. So I'm predicting that Giants catchers, the trio of Sabol, Bailey, and Murphy, will combine to hit 30-plus home runs this year. Up next on this list, prediction number 7, Elliot Ramos and Joey Bart will combine to hit 25-plus home runs at the major league level, but none of those homers will be hit for the San Francisco Giants. If you watched prior editions of the Kerry Crowley Show, you know I believe that both Ramos and Bart are on the trade block right now. I think the Giants owe it to those former first-round draft picks to give them a change of scenery. And no, the Giants aren't going to recover much in trades of those players. Both Ramos and Bart have lost some of their value since debuting at the major league level. Bart, former number 2 overall pick. Ramos, the first-round pick of the Giants back in 2017. I still think the Giants missed an opportunity to see what they had in Elliot Ramos at the end of the 2023 season. I think he should have been playing more, and the fact that they didn't give him the opportunity means that I think his days with the organization are numbered. And of course, because of the signing of Tom Murphy, the Giants, of course, moving forward with Patrick Bailey as their everyday starter behind the plate means that Joey Bart's tenure with the organization could be coming to an end very soon. I still think that Bart and Ramos can have productive, successful major league careers, but I don't think those careers will take place in San Francisco any longer. 25-plus home runs combined for those two players if they get an organization that's willing to give them opportunities. Giants should trade them to rebuilding teams looking to take on younger players who, for whatever reason, things didn't work out in their respective organizations. And that is true for both Ramos and Joey Bart. Up next, look, I don't know how this ends, but it will end. And I'm talking about the Mike Yastrzemski, Austin Slater platoon that the Giants have used for years now. I think that they've wanted to have, Slater in there against lefties, Yastrzemski in there against righties, and whether it ends due to injury, whether it ends due to a trade of one of these players, whether it ends due to the Giants signing someone else to take over one of the corner outfield spots, I just don't see the Giants ending the 2024 season with Mike Yastrzemski and Austin Slater as the everyday right field platoon that the Giants have used under Gabe Kapler. I think that more likely than not, with the addition of Jung Ho Lee and Michael Conforto slated to play some left field, the Giants will look to mix in some younger players, maybe some different players, Luis Matos, Wade Meckler. The Giants will find a way to move on from that platoon this year. Remember, both of those players arbitration eligible. I think that Slater and Yastrzemski are both earning more money this year, and so it just feels to me like this is a situation where Bob Melvin will come in, even though he's comfortable with platoons and has used them in the past, and institute some change. It may not happen overnight. You may see this platoon play out for the first half of the regular season. I just don't see it ending as the everyday right field combo for the Giants at the end of 2024. Up next, maybe one of my bolder predictions here on the way too early predictions for 2024. Keaton Winn will finish second on the Giants pitching staff in terms of wins. And yes, wins may be an outdated way to grade pitchers, But the Giants clearly need some starters to pitch deeper into ball games this year. They've ridden the bullpen way too hard under Gabe Kapler. I think some of that will change under Bob Melvin, certainly with the old school pitching philosophy that new pitching coach Brian Price brings to San Francisco. I think that Keaton Winn, maybe better than Kyle Harrison, Tristan Beck, Mason Black, Carson Wisenhunt, is best equipped to help the Giants win games by pitching deep into games in 2024. And so whether it's Logan Webb leading the staff in wins, whether it's an outside signing or a trade like a Corbin Burns or a Blake Snell, I'm saying that Keaton Winn finishes second on the Giants in wins this year, upward of 10. And I think that great splitter that he has, this is the year where he really arrives at the major league level and takes off. 140 plus innings for Keaton Winn. He becomes a regular starter by the month of May. The Giants never look back with Keaton Winn as long as he is not traded this offseason to potentially bring in a veteran starter, which is an idea I've talked about in previous episodes of the Kerry Crowley Show. And now, prediction number 10 for the calendar year in 2024 for the San Francisco Giants. If they miss the playoffs, the Farhan Zaidi era is over in San Francisco. Again, Zaidi was given a 3-year contract extension at the outset of this offseason because the Giants wanted to align his deal with that of new manager Bob Melvin. They wanted to project, some symmetry in the organization, give Bob Melvin some confidence coming in here that he's going to be working under the same president of baseball operations. But the bottom line is this. The Giants have missed the playoffs in 4 of Farhan Zaidi's 5 seasons in San Francisco, or 5 of 6, whatever it is. But they have not gone to the playoffs nearly enough. They have not been nearly competitive enough, nearly compelling enough. And I just think that time is running out. Pressure is heating up. The Giants missed the playoffs. Farhan's tenure will not continue in San Francisco. If they make the playoffs, it's a different story. They'll have taken many steps forward. That means that the next 2 months will be very interesting because I don't think this current roster is a playoff roster. There's a lot of work left to do for the San Francisco Giants. It's up to Farhan to make it happen. And now we will see, can he salvage his job, or will the Giants decide at the end of the season, if they miss the playoffs, to fire him with 2 years remaining on that 3-year extension that he just signed? So those are my 10 predictions, way too early predictions for the 2024 season. Again, we will do this before opening day. We'll do it during spring training and again on opening day to see how things have changed once the Giants make some additions to their team, once they change this roster and hopefully upgrade this roster to make it more competitive, more compelling, and re-engage this fan base. If you've got some thoughts on the 2024 season, drop them below in the comment section. I'll see how many I can reply to. Thank you so much for watching this edition of the Kerry Crowley Show.